Good morning, friends and family of friends. Happy Monday the 15th, everyone. Belle and I hope you all had a great weekend. Wow, the 15th already, halfway through the month. We are still in Egypt, and in fact, today we are coming to you from the Mortuary Temple of Ramses II, Egypt's great builder of the past, probably their greatest builder of the past. But we'll talk more about that shortly. This morning, sunrise was at 5:15 and sunset will be at 8:36, giving us 15 hours and 21 minutes of glorious daylight to enjoy. Presently, it is 50 degrees outside, give or take a little bit depending on exactly where you live. Today you should expect another day in paradise, with mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s, winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just a picture-perfect day to enjoy the world around us, Alright, well, we always have a lot of birthdays coming off the weekend, so from our family of friends who celebrated their birthdays last Saturday on the 13th, happy birthday Joey Wendt, Carson Stracy, Robbie Lathrop, Lucas Perez, Sky Mignot, Danny Church Jr., Angie Baltz, and last but certainly not least, our ever awesome son-in-law Lucas Marcaine Schultz. From our family of friends who celebrated their birthdays yesterday on the 14th, happy birthday to Melanie Long, Rosa Grazi, Aaron Welcheka, Renee Sanders, Frank Zindars, Christine Ebert, Elliot Jensen, Sammy Solikal, Mo Crosby, Brittany Kukin, and last but certainly not least, Christy Held. And finally, from our family of friends who are celebrating the birthdays today, happy birthday Linda Rao, Tim Wiley, Samantha Smith, Kara Wilczek, Dwayne Bowie, Christy Ridgman, Westberg, Mike Punzel, Todd Duschler, Tim Sullivan, Dan Walker, and last but certainly not least, a friend of ours from our preferred title company, Fidelity Title in Jefferson, and all-around great guy, Shay Tully. Our celebrity birthday shout-out starts with a beautiful actress who co-starred with Paul Reiser in the sitcom Mad About You, and appeared in successful films such as Good as It Gets, The Sessions, and Twister. She also appeared in the blockbuster films Castaway and Pay It Forward. Helen Hunt turns 57 today. Our next celebrity is a popular American actress who became known as the obsessively neat Monica Geller on Friends, and later received a Golden Globe nomination for her role on ABC's Cougar Town. She played the role of Gail Weathers in the horror movie series simply titled Scream, and you may have seen her when she played Wendy in the film Bedtime Stories. Courtney Cox turns 56 today. And our honored final shout-out is for an extremely talented rapper-turned-actor who first gained fame as a member of the legendary rap group NWA. He is also known for his roles in the film Boys in the Hood, Barbershop, 21 Jump Street, Ride Along, and Are We There Yet? He was ranked number 8 on MTV's Greatest MCs of All Time list. Ice Cube turns 51 today. Alright, moving on to this day in history. On today's date in 1667, the first fully documented human blood transfusion is performed by French physician Dr. Jean-Baptiste when a small amount of sheep's blood is transferred into a 15-year-old boy. He did survive the procedure and make full recovery. On today's date, in 1991, there was a climactic eruption of the Mount Pinatubo volcano in the Philippines, the second largest volcanic eruption on Earth in the 20th century. On today's date in 2002, a football stadium-sized asteroid passes near Earth. Asteroid 2002 MN missed Earth by 75,000 miles, about one-third the distance between the Moon and Earth. That's a close one, but an asteroid's going to pass even closer in the next year or two. It's called Apophis. It's what they call a global killer. When it passes by, they say it's going to be close enough that it's going to pass between some of us and our military satellites, but it's going to miss us. And on today's date in 2018, physicist Stephen Hawking's ashes are interned in Westminster Abbey, London, between the remains of Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin. Seems fitting. All right, on to our comedy corner. What do you call a sleepwalking nun? A Roman Catholic. Today is National Smile Power Day and National Photography Day. Today's morning motivational is a simple, undeniable truth. Life is not happening to you, life is responding to you. So true. Your actions and your responses to life's struggles are the greatest factors that will determine the trajectory of your life. Our suggestion, focus on what you can control And don't accept failure. You may have limited control of the world around you, but you have complete control of how you travel through it. Choose to be a light in the darkness for others to follow. You do have the power. All right, let's continue our adventure through Egypt with a virtual adventure of the Mortuary Temple of Ramses II. The temple is located on the west bank of Luxor, on the west side, or the west bank of the Nile as well. It's originally served as the Mortuary Temple of Ramses II, whose 67-year rule saw the creation of many fabulous public buildings and architectural wonders. Ramses II is arguably the most famous pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. He is perhaps the greatest monument builder in the history of the dynastic Egypt. We refer to this awesome location as the Mortuary Temple of Ramses II, but the ancient Egyptians called it the Million Years Temple, due to its huge surface area. The structure covers an incredible 15,000 square meters. It is also home to gigantic statues of Ramses II that were built on the site. The huge complex, which was dedicated to the god Amun, took 20 years to complete and over 10,000 workers, they speculate. This temple was constructed to serve two purposes: to practice their religious rituals, including prayer and ritual offerings to the gods. It also, and perhaps more so, built to demonstrate the greatness of the pharaoh and his political and military achievements. The temple is made up by two huge walls, a huge inner wall surrounding the temple itself, while an outer wall surrounded the storage rooms and the smaller buildings of the temple. A wide corridor connected these two walls, decorated with statues of sphinxes in a manner similar to the ones built between the Luxor Temple and the Karnak Temple on the east bank of Luxor. This temple played host to two huge stone statues of Ramses II, which are 18 meters high and weighed over 1,000 tons each. All these statues have since collapsed, but sections of them, including the heads and shoulders, can still be viewed in the complex. The most remarkable aspect of the temple is perhaps the Osiris columns, statues of Ramses II incarnating Osiris, the god of the underworld. These figures, arms crossed, bearing the crook and flail, mark the funerary nature of the temple. The main hall of the temple is supported with huge columns. The columns are still in such good shape that we can still see traces of their original colors and decorations that represented scenes from the upper and lower kingdoms of ancient Egypt. The temple complex also used to include a small temple dedicated to the mother of Ramses II, Tunia, and his wife Nefertiti. Well, as usual, Belinda and I hope that you enjoyed this journey to Ramses Funerary Temple and back in time. Tomorrow we will continue this journey in Egypt. We certainly hope you can join us. As usual, we do appreciate the time that you spend with us each and every day. Our goal is always to offer a mix of entertainment and education in each and every one of our Morning Minute posts. After all, knowledge is power, and we do love to share what we come across. We do hope you are enjoying the experience. Please continue to like, follow, and share us with your friends and family. That is so important. Thanks again for your time. Make it an awesome day. You do have the power, and we'll talk soon. We're out of here.